Hi, today we're going to address the issue of how to assemble the newly recreated AP-80 display. And some of the features that I'll point out on this address the areas that had previously been difficult and now are much simpler. What we want to do is, I've laid my 3 hubs. Note the new hubs have tabs on all 5 sides. That'll come in handy. And unlike the previous hubs, they have, they're turned down. So we want to just make sure we orient them so we know which is the upper side on all tabs. So here I've got them all faced upside up. And then similarly on the panels, you want to make sure you're orienting all your panels. The top of the panel does not have the long slots, or better put, the bottom of the panel has long slots. And so I've got all my panels positioned in the same direction, with the top up. So in this case, I'm going to come over here by my hubs, and I like to start this with the center hub, top side facing the top of the panel. Just lay it securely on the ground. Then I get one screw ready. Notice the 2 tabs are going to find their way through the small slots in the panel, the small positioning slots. We need to align them with the tabs on the panel, on the hub, excuse me. And you see how that eliminates all this sliding around that used to happen. So now these 2 things are essentially lined up and connected, and this hole, I didn't even have to line it up with my eye. I was able to just put the screw in because it's the only place it can go. Now that I have that kind of stability, I'm going to do the second panel the same way, and I'm just going to line the tabs up, grab a screw. I'm going to do this one with my eyes closed. Wow, what a great product enhancement. There it was. Get it tight. Now the unit also has a little more stability than it ever did before. This one I'll do behind my back with my eyes closed. No, I won't. But you can see at this point, the only hard part is finding the slots and getting the tabs to them, but it's pretty no-brainer. It falls in when it's there and even stands without a screw. In I go. Now, I'm going to just keep repeating this. I'm going to rotate the entire thing, one panel, grab the next, and now you'll note that we can pretty much just drop a panel on place. Line the tabs up, and it'll sit there. I've actually got it in the center one only. I can go jiggle till I get in the bottom one. The top one was already in place because it really does want to kind of find its own setting now and rest there. I can put the screws in. You could use a hand screwdriver here. I'm doing a gun just for speed, but they're very easy to go in. Okay, rotate, repeat. Good idea to start with the center one. Get it to drop in. That should help you find the end one, which already found itself. Top one. This one's being very cooperative, and that should happen more as you go through the display. They get a little bit easier to align with each one as the overall unit takes shape. See how fast this goes now. See my tabs? Where I don't see my tabs, drop it on. Drop it on. Good. We're going to put this fourth of 5 panels on, and then we're going to insert the pole. So So you can stand it up and put the last panel on standing up. I'll show you that in a minute. The reason we want to do this on the ground now is so you don't have to wrestle this heavy tower. Note another improvement, we've put a dome on top of this pole so that it will help the pole fish its way to the hidden opening in the center one. What I'm going to do is rotate this once more so I can see what I'm doing. I'm going to bend the base down. Notice I've got my pin, washer, and bearing already on, and of course the wheels and the pole are mounted. We did that off camera. I slide it in, and then at this point I'm going to have to lift the tower. You can see what I'm trying to achieve here. I want to lift the tower just enough to let that go in. Now I don't want it to fall back out as I lift it, so I simply hold the pole. That's why we're leaving this panel off. Hold the pole, lift it up. Now I put the final panel on. You can guess what I'm going to do. I'll start at the top here and essentially hang it. I'm going to put one screw in so I can't mess up. Eyes closed. Okay. You can see how forgiving it is. I didn't even have the others lined up. As soon as I got one up, it should just find its way in. Pop in a little bit.